A very good morning to class 6th. Here is Kaushalya Rajpreet, your English teacher, and today we are going to discuss chapter Jax and the Lady. This is an extract edited from the book Black Beauty, which was written by Anna Sewell, who was born in England to a family that strongly believed in showing love for all and compassion for those in less fortunate circumstances, especially animals. She wrote the novel Black Beauty to encourage people to treat horses kindly. So, Black Beauty is an autobiography of an horse. So, children, let us start the chapter and let us see what Black Beauty, the horse, wants to tell us. Jax and the Lady. Here, Jax is the creator of the horse Black Beauty. Black Beauty tells us how he was treated with kindness and love when he was young, and how different owners treated him when he grew up. Some were kind and caring, but others were careless or unkind, which led to his illness and injury. So here Black Beauty is sharing that he had all type of masters. Some were very kind, right? But others were careless and unkind, and hence which was the reason of his injuries. My master Jerry was a good man, but circumstances forced him to sell me. He sold me to a corn dealer he knew, with whom I would have good food and fair work. Right? So Black Beauty is telling us that his master Jerry was very good man, but due to some problems, right, he have to sell him to a new owner, right, who was a corn dealer. Now his new master was kind, but his workers were not, especially his foreman. Now, here, foreman, that is the supervisor. My carter, now, a carter is a driver who drives the cart, was Jex, was sensible, but the foreman overruled him. So I often had to pull heavier load than I should, right? So the foreman of the new master was not that kind, and hence he was forced to pull heavier loads than he should. One day, what happened? I was loaded more than usual. The road was steep uphill. I pulled with all my strength, but it was impossible to go on. What was worse, Jax always put the check rein on, which prevented me from pulling easily, right? So that day it was very tough for him to pull the extra load, as the path was stiff, and he was wearing a check rein. Rein is a strap which is a narrow long strap which is held, right, which is used to hold the uh, horse properly, right? So due to that he was very uncomfortable, and which prevented me from pulling easily. I got tired soon and had to stop several times. Jack got angry and wiped me. Now here wiped means he started beating him. Oh, how it hurts. It hurts more because I knew I was doing my best, right? So it was hurting him. Jack got angry and he started beating him. For the third time, he was flogging me cruelly when a friendly looking lady stepped quickly up to him and said in a sweet, sincere manner, right? So, when he was beating him third time, right, a lady came, right, and she talked in a very sincere manner. Oh, please do not wipe your good horse anymore. I'm sure he is doing all he can and the road is very steep. I'm sure he is doing his best, right? So she was concerned about Black Beauty, and he asked Jax that not to beat him. Then he must do more than his best. That's all I know, ma'am, said Jax. So Jax said that he should be doing more than his best. This is my work and we need to complete it. But is it not heavy load? She said, right? So she said the load is too heavy, right? For him to carry. Yes, too heavy, he said. But that's not my fault. The foreman came just as we were starting and doubled the weight to save him trouble. I must get on with it as well as I can, right? So now it is Jack said that it was not his mistake, right? It was the foreman who has doubled the load, but now he can't help but the Black Beauty have to pull all the weight. He was raising wipe again when the lady said, "Please stop. I think I can help you if you will let me," right? And when Jex was beating him again, right? She asked her to stop and told her that she can help me. The man laughed. "You see," she said, "you do not give him a fair chance. He cannot use all his power with his head held back like that. With the check rein, you would take it off. I'm sure he would do better. Do try it." She said, convincing in a convincing manner. "I should be very glad if you would do that, right?" So now she told him that to take off the rein so that he can use all his force, right? The Black Beauty can use all his power to pull the load, right? Okay, then she told in a very convincing manner, and Jack agreed. "Well, well," said Jax with a short laugh. "Anything to please a lady, of course. How far would you wish it down, ma'am?" "Quite down. Leave his head free," right? So she told him to leave the horse's head totally free. The check rein was taken off, right, as you can see in the picture, and in a moment I put my head down to my knees. What a comfort it was! Then I tossed it up and down several times to get aching stiffness out of my neck, right? So he felt so comfortable, right? He felt so comfortable, and he started moving his neck, right, to get the stiffness out of his neck. "Poor fellow, that it is what you wanted," said she, patting and stroking me with her gentle hand. "And now, if you will speak kindly to him and lead him on, I believe he will be able to do better," right? So the lady was very, very kind, right? And she started patting and stroking gently, right? Gently her hand, right, over the Black Beauty, and she told Jax that now I think he will be able to pull it better. Okay, Jax took the rein. "Come on, Blackie." I put down my head and pulled. I spared no strength. The load moved on. I pulled it steadily up the hill and then stopped to take a breath. Right? So, what happened when the rein was removed? Right? Black Beauty was able to use all his power, and hence it was possible for them to cover that hill. Right? To pass that hill steadily. And then he stopped to take a breath, right? He was tired. The lady had walked along the footpath and now came across into the road. She stroked and patted my neck gently, right? So again, when lady came, right, she again stroked and patted Black Beauty's neck gently, right, to make him feel easier. "You see, he was quite willing when you gave him chance. I'm sure he's fine-tempered creature, and I dare say has known better days," right? So she said that if you will be giving him fair chance, he will be surely helping you, right? He's a very good creature. "You won't put that Ryan on again, you will you?" For he was just going to hitch it up again, right? So when Jex was again pulling it down, right, she asked him that not to put the Ryan on him again. "Well, ma'am, I can't deny that having his head free has helped him up the hill. And I will remember it another time, and thank you, ma'am. But if he went without a check rein, I should be laughing stroke of all the carters. It is the fashion, you see." "Is it not better," she said, "to lead a good fashion than to follow a bad one? Many gentlemen do not use check reins now, right?" So she said that it is better to not to follow such fashion which is not good for others. And she added that our carriage horses have not worn them for 15 years, right? So even she gave an example that the carriage horses she had doesn't wear these reins for last 15 years. They work with much less fatigue, that is, tiredness, than those who have them. Beside, she added in a very serious voice, right? So she told him that the horses which do not use such reins, they work in less fatigue than the horses which have them, right? So it is very comfortable for the horses to walk properly if they don't have reins. Besides, she added in a very serious voice, we have no right to distress any of the God's creature without a very good reason. We call them dumb animals, and so they are, for they cannot tell us how they feel, but they do not suffer less because they have no words. But I must not detain you now. I thank you for trying my plan with your good horse, right? So she told Jax that we should be compassionate over these dumb animals, right? Because we don't have any right to distress any God's creation. We should be taking care of the animals we have. And then she told that she will be not delaying him, and she also thanked Jax to trying her plan with the horse. And I'm sure you will find it far better than the whip. Good day. With another soft pat on my neck, she stepped lightly across the path. I saw her no more, right? And lady went away, right? Jack never saw him, right? So this is the story, and from this lesson we learn to to be kind and compassionate for those in less fortunate circumstances, especially animals, right? So we should be behaving kindly towards them, right? So I hope you have got your lesson. Thank you.